What's up guys, my name is Dychronic here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be talking about this week of Bungie for September 20th, 2018. Again, one of those audible TWABs. If you do not want to read the TWAB, I'm going to be reading it for you and of course pointing out those various details that you may not know about. And before I get started, I just want to give a huge thank you to my friends at Universal. They hooked me up with a couple passes to Universal Studios to go see their Halloween Horror Night. Basically, they gave me a pass so that I'd tell you guys about it, and I gotta be honest, that thing was crazy. I gotta say, I'm not much of a horror person myself, mostly because I'm a puss, but also, actually it's just that part. It's mostly because I'm a puss, but it was crazy. People with masks, revving chainsaws, loud noises, lots of surprises. It was a lot of fun. I would actually recommend it. And if you wanted to see a bit of a preview, I have a little funny vloggy kind of thing I'm gonna put at the very end of the video. Of course, if you do like it, I could do an entire video like it. Let me know. To be completely honest, there's not a lot of things going on in this particular TWAB. They do mention the fact that Iron Banner is going out, the fact that people did actually get through the raid on September 14th, and talking about how they felt on those things. A new game type in Crucible called Breakout, a couple other things, free Gambit Weekend, a bunch of bug fisses, and of course the movies of the week. Overall, not a ton of things, but of course, again, sit back and relax. So one of the first things they talk about is going to be called Toppling a Giant. September 14th, the Last Wish raid was completed by Team Redeem, the first people to complete it, and somewhat of an underdog kind of race. They did win the last raid race, but they were behind by like 6 hours, which is incredibly demoralizing. The fact that they still got out with a 19-hour win is pretty incredible. There's a big little thing here where they talk about their experience. Read this if you wanted to hear more about it. Next up, let's talk about a new game mode that they wanted to enter in called Breakthrough. This particular game mode sounds a lot like Payload from Overwatch. You basically have to capture a central zone, and once you do capture it, then you have to invade the other team's vault, which is, I assume, on their particular side of the field. And you basically just probably have to capture a zone on their side of the field, which is their vault, and then you do something. Or at least that's the way it sounds like to me, which is a fun, interesting game mode, asymmetric kind of deal, and of course there's multiple rounds where you get to fight off the opponents back and forth. And coming in with this particular game mode, it's actually not going to be one of those Crucible Lab things. This is a big game mode. They're having a bunch of very specific maps. They're going to have Equinox, you're going to have Firebase Echo, you're going to have Citadel, and of course you're going to have this, which apparently was an Iron Banner, which I haven't seen yet, and then finally you're going to have the Gambler's Ruins one. So you're going to have like 5 different maps very specific to this game mode, with one exception. I believe this one can appear in Iron Banner as well. Which, come to think of it, I think this was a map from Destiny 1, wasn't it? Yeah, this is a map. There's a waterfall back here. I've seen this before. Wow, it brings me back. Makes me think if I missed something else, if there's another map that I've already seen, but I don't know. Probably not. Next up, let's talk about Gambit. There's a free weekend coming up on the 21st, which is tomorrow, going on to the 23rd, which is obviously 2 days after that. If you want to play some Gambit and you do not have Forsaken, Gambit will be open to you for that free trial weekend. So go out, play some Gambit. It's a lot of fun. I really like the game mode. One thing to note is that you're probably not going to get any of the Gambit gear since you don't have Forsaken, but you do get to play the game, and it's a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to be playing that weekend because a lot of you guys who've never played it are going to be playing, and I can't wait to play against you. But yeah, and on top of that, there's going to be a double Valor weekend starting tomorrow, going to the reset. So from the 21st to the 25th, make sure you do some double Valor weekend, which, by the way, Iron Banner counts for the Valor. So if you want to get lots of Valor from Iron Banner, play it during this weekend. Next up are going to be some of the bugs, bunch of little hot patches, lots of issues, things about like the fixes that are supposed to be coming to the next update or have already been. Next up, Nuts and Bolts. They've recently released a patch, which actually today is when I had to download it, a very quick patch that fixed a bunch of things. For example, if you had your Oracle disappeared, now been removed and moved over to Pursuits in your inventory, so that no longer when you fast travel it goes away. Activity reconnections to Gambit have been disabled so that you can have your teams filled up quicker. Ace of Spades no longer requires you to defeat the Invader. Instead, you can compete. The Ace of Spades quest no longer requires you to defeat enemy invaders in Gambit. Instead, you can also defeat either combatants or enemy invaders. So if you invade or if somebody else is invading you, use a hand cannon and you should be able to get this, which is a lot better, which will encourage a lot more people to actually use the weapon other than Slaver Simulant. And lastly, they fixed it where the homecoming weapons, you know, the Traveler's Chosen, the Origin Story, and the Last Dance, could not be dismantled or transferred to the vault. And you can check out these hotfix notes if you want to know more about them. A couple of other other little weird things they wanted to mention, Iron Banner rewards. I actually saw on my reset, some of them looked like they were powerful gear, but they did not give you powerful gear. So hopefully they fixed that. It was really weird. I saw like 544 and I was all like, what? That's awesome. That's crazy. I don't think it's true. And it wasn't true. So if you saw that, don't worry about it. The only things that do offer powerful reward are going to be Lord Saladin's Unrelenting and To Be Precise bounties. So make sure you get those to get some of those powerful rewards. Next up talks about Tinctures of Queen's Foil. So if you're trying to get this Ascendant Realms, there's a couple of issues with it, including it making it go away or disappearing. So if you go to orbit, you lose the buff. If you launch a new activity, you have to consume another one, so you lose the buff. And of course, make sure you don't use the Queen's Fall while you're currently loading into an activity, because you'll lose the buff. Basically, don't use the Queen's Foil until you're on the ground, and the entire time you're on the ground is the only time you can have it. Next up, let's talk about Edge Transit. I wonder what this is. It is this grenade launcher, which is dropping all over the place. They have noticed that this grenade launcher is all over the place, and every single one of these is going to be a link to Edge Transit. It's basically their joke in this particular one is they just have endless amounts of links to the Edge Transit. You can actually see a bunch of them later down below. I'll show you. It's a really funny Easter egg. You should check it out. But basically, they're like, hey, it drops too much. We know it. We're going to try to fix it. And it's true. I've been getting this grenade launcher endlessly. And finally, the last few set of known issues, underlevel powerful engrams. Apparently, some of the powerful engrams are not powerful enough. I thought that was just part of the game. I didn't realize that that was a bug. Menu load times, investigating an issue where it takes really long, which is stuff that I am having a problem with. Every time I try loading up collections, it takes like 5 to 10 seconds just to load up that tab, which is kind of unacceptable at this current venture. If you've gotten those cataloger emblems in your postmasters, for some reason, if you try storing it, it just kind of goes back there. Weapon perks in Rift and Well of Radiance of having some issues. And finally, Nova Warp, investing an issue where Nova Warp Super may not fully activate when used, which I don't even have, so I don't even know about that. And then finally, if you want to know a bigger list of the Forsaken vital information and known issues, follow this link, and this link will lead you over to their big list of different things that are having issues. So if you're having any one of these issues, visit this page and you may be able to find a fix around this glitch that you may have been having. And then finally, we've got the movie of the week. Apparently, Giggs and Tier 1 4-man Riven. After what, like maybe less than 50 teams have ever finished the raid? This is ridiculous. Come on. You're just throwing it in our face now, just making fun of us. And of course, there's going to be a person who soloed the first person in the raid, because again, you're gonna make us feel bad about this. And then finally, just wanted to mention this last little section here has a bunch of little yellow pieces to it. You can see that this is a link here, this is a link here, this is a link here, this over here is a link, and then this is a link, and guess what they lead to? They lead to this. Every single one of them leads to this, which I think is an incredible Easter egg. I love it. I love it. Cosmo, you done good work. You done good work. I love his little Easter eggs. Sometimes he has pictures of cats randomly thrown about, so I always try to look out for them. But that's it. That's this week of Bungie. Hope you guys did enjoy. That's pretty much all the information you need to know. Again, really not that much. Final thing you should note is Iron Banner gear. If you want your face to be a braid, get some Iron Banner gear, because that's apparently what it's about. Anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Of course, my name is Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next. Why do they have to make every single one of these mazes dark as hell? I can see a random light every once in a while, and okay, well, that's probably why. Why is there a screen here? I've never seen this. Why is there a vertical line down the screen? Ah! Okay. Oh. Damn it! That one got me. It really got me.
Alright, that one got me.
Man, meth is a terrible thing. I mean, people just ripping their faces apart, and reality is it's just gross. Nobody wants to see that. I mean, I said nobody wants to see that. Wow. Okay, let me touch. Come back! I wanted to... Alright, let's continue. Alright. Ah! Oh! Wait a minute! That's the same guy that was over there! You can't have guys with different spaces! Ah! It's the same guy over there. No! High five, baby! Nicely done. I appreciate it. I can appreciate that. He doesn't like clowns. Go into the light, Caboose! Go into the light! Go into the light! Keep going! Keep going! Caboose, come back! Come back! Don't go into the light! Dad! Oh, I thought there would be a jump scare right here. I mean, like, it could be right at. Ah! Well, there it is. Every time. Keep going, Caboose! Keep running! What do you mean, go first? What could even pot? Oh. Oh, I had no idea. I have never seen this movie before. That is just weird. Oh, come on, I know it's that one! Come on, I know it's gonna be you! Oh, it was you! Oh, it was you! Oh my god, it was you. No, it was another you! Oh, there's another you over there. Oh my, oh, there's another you! Oh! Oh, it's the second you again! Oh god, no! Oh, we gotta go! We gotta go! We gotta go! We gotta go! Where's the exit? We gotta go! Oh, ah! Oh, fucking shit, I'm out of here. It's over.
Woo! That was the best one!